Hi planner friends, it's Marcia with Buy Sell Plan. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my setup for 2022 and I'm so excited. I'm in my Purple Plumeria Vintage Aurora by Franklin Covey. They came out with this one and a teal color, called Blue Mirage, sort of like a bluish greenish color. In the fall, and I think I was in this one in the month of October, and this is perfect for fall, but for some reason for the new year I'm just feeling these deep maroon purpley colors, and I'm so excited with how I set this up. So let's dig in. All right, so in my pockets here I have this Inbox Zero card that I got from Cloth and Paper. I trimmed it down to fit in my pocket, and I'm really bad, you guys, at having an inbox that has way too many emails in it. So this is my hopeful goal of looking at this on a regular basis and going through this to make sure that I have a nice, tidy, organized inbox. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? I had no problem getting it in the first time. Oh my, the heck? Anyhow, and then I have this memo card. I just love the colors, and they suit the binder very well, and they suit the color scheme that I'm going for. So that is why I am using these. Why is that? Seems to be stuck. Sorry, you guys. I meant for this to be a lot smoother. All right, I guess we're going in. We're going in here, aren't we? There we go. And then this one here, I'm thinking like an affirmation or just something, some sort of reminder to go on here. And I might put it on a sticky note to put on here so I can reuse the card because it is so pretty. And I only have a couple of these. They came in a subscription box. I think they were freebies. So, and they don't sell them separately. This also came from a Cloth and Paper subscription box, and this is going to come in handy when it comes to tasks and whatnot. So urgent, not urgent on the top, and if it's urgent and important, do it now. If it's not urgent but still important, plan when it's going to get done, right? If it's urgent but not important, delegate it. And then if it's not urgent and not important, drop it. So this is a nice reminder, and it also kind of reminds me of a little bit of the time matrix with Franklin Planner as well. I wish Franklin Planner made little cards like this. That would be really awesome. So I have that in there to be within reach and in sight when I need it. And then I just have one of my business cards there, and I have this Flourish card. This is from Elamon Paper Co. I do love it. Flourish is a nice, nice motivational word. Not sure yet what my word of 2022 is, but I am flirting with the idea of it being flourish, but I have a couple ideas in mind. So I will share that once I have it. And then in this pocket here, I have some stickers. These are from Papery Planning, and these are script stickers, and they were custom. So I had a few made based on what I need. So this one says fire appointment, house showings, follow-up calls, filming, 411 meeting, and listing appointment. And they're in various colors: rose, clay, which is sort of pinky, like a deeper pink. And then the filming is in a Cafe Misto, which is kind of like a light pinky taupey color. This is in cocoa, and then Cafe au lait and chiffon. So they're all in that color palette that I like. And I just had a couple of these in here. These are from a notepad from Cloth and Paper. They came in a subscription box. And yeah, they're just like appointment pads here. So I figured these were nice to have on hand, whether it's for my team and I write, important appointments down on there and hand that over to them, or for myself when I'm on the phone and I book an appointment before I put it in my calendar. It's nice to have a place to put it. I made this. This says, I am a beautiful, ambitious, tough woman. And I adhered it onto this kind of paper doily. And I just like how that sticks out. And it's just, girl power, all that stuff. And I just love the colors. I'm just so into these, like I said, these dark, deep deep tones, and it just complements my binder so well. And I like how that sticks out. Nothing here in the flap. I don't usually put much in there. Okay, and then I'm using the clear page lifters, and these came with the Teresa Collins binders, although this one might not be, because they also came with the Olivia binder. Okay, yeah, so it says Franklin Planner and Teresa Collins. The Olivia binder also came with them, so I have a set from that. So yeah, clear page lifter. I put an adhesive pocket on the front and the back. So this small one here is from Muji, and then this card came in my subscription box, my November subscription box from Cloth and Paper, my last one, so I won't be getting these anymore. But that's okay. But I thought that looked really nice in this pocket folder because it's clear and you can see through it. And then this came in our subscription box this month as well, or the November subscription box, and it's for evening and morning routines. So I really want to get into better evening and morning routines, so I thought these would be really good to have them in the front. And this bigger pocket, adhesive pocket, I got from Jane's Agenda. So I put the lighter side face down because it looks better layered with the January card. So I just love that. I love that. And some sticky notes from Cloth and Paper I have on my inbox dashboard. And this is also from Cloth and Paper, it came in a subscription box. And then another adhesive pocket, which is from Muji. And I put this iconic card in it, and this is from Cloth and Paper. It was much bigger, but I trimmed it down to fit in these smaller pockets. So I love on the one side, it's like that light pinky color that I like, and it complements my binder. And it says iconic, and on the back is the definition. I just love it. I love it. So that's there, it's visible. And when I flip it over, I have that reminder. This clear, or vellum, I should say, this vellum Year at a Glance is from Jane's Agenda. It came in my subscription box. So I thought I put that right at the front. I like how that layers and how you can see that. So as soon as I open my binder, first thing I see is the Year at a Glance, my cards here, and I love how it layers with this personalized dashboard from Elamon Paper Co. So it has M and my name, Marcia. And again, these blush colors that I love, and they complement this purple Plumera binder so well. And like, it's just a little hint of it you can see through the clear dividers and dashboards and whatnot. This here is from a 12 by 12 scrapbook paper pad that I have, and this is from that same collection. And I've made some dashboards to tie in with everything in my binder. So keep up the good vibes. Of course, it was 12 by 12. I trimmed it, rounded the corners, and put it in here. I didn't mind that you didn't see the flowers that were around it. That was okay to me. We still have the flowers on the top, and I just love it. It's beautiful. And that's what a great thing to read when I'm opening up my binder. Keep up the good vibes, right? Am I right? I love it. Look how beautiful that is. And then it goes into the 2023 calendar this is from Agendio, which are the inserts that I'm using for 2022. And I did have a video showing my Agendio inserts, or introducing the Agendio inserts. So it did come with a cover page, which I removed. So it did come with this cover page where it has the current year on the one side and then next year on the other. But because I got this one in my Jane's Agenda box, I didn't need two. So that's why that is not in there. Love it. And then here's my January. So nothing's filled in yet. This is just getting it set up. I'm going to be filling it in with you guys when I do my Plan With Me's. These are from a subscription box from Cloth and Paper, and I have enough for all of 2022, which is great. Not 100% sure how I'm going to use these. I may use them to highlight when we sell a house, and then kind of reminders and priorities related to that, showings, things like that. Just have a one-stop place to view that information, and it has lines on the back, so lots of spot for notes. Okay, so there's my month. So January tab, my master task list on the back. and then it's going to go right into my week. So I have my weekly task list, and then here is the first week starting on December 27th, goes till January the 2nd. Okay, this here I got from Dividers Are Us, and I just punched it, put holes or slits in it so I could take it in and out, and this is to mark where I am for the week. Okay, and I like that it's so thin so it doesn't bulk up my planner, and it's flat. So there's the week, and then it goes into that same week but in my dailies, and same thing, Dividers Are Us. So then that way this will move each day to show where I'm at, and then my compass card will go behind it. Okay, so there we go, my weekly dailies. I'm very excited to try a day on one page, my weekly task list, and then it goes into the next week and so on. Okay, and then I created some dashboards all from the same paper pad for the 12 months of the year so that everything is matchy-matchy. And I love it. And mainly, I did this mainly because I didn't like, so it's my first time ordering from Agendio, and Agendio is so custom, and it was my first time, right? So I didn't, yeah, I made some mistakes, but that's okay. So see here where it says weekly task list. I don't know. So because this is so Saturday, and then it ends on the Sunday, and then the next page would be the weekly task list, and then it goes into the next week. But because it goes into the monthly, they have it on the tabbed page, which I don't like. So I could just put a sticker over that or something like that. But I thought, you know what, I'll just put that on top. And I thought of taping, like doing an adhesive tape, but then I thought, you know what, throughout the year, I know I'm gonna want to change these up. You know me, I change binders, I change dividers. I like to keep things interesting. So I may change these up. So for now, they're loose and they're not adhered down, but that's okay. All right, so there's that dashboard. We go into February, that's February, and then we go into March, which is this beautiful marble. And then April, it's a beautiful pattern. I don't know what the pattern is called, but I love the colors. Okay, and then same pattern, but in gold. So that's May. June, pink. July. Here's August. September. Same pattern as July, but with like the peachy border in the gold. I love the marble so much I had to do it twice. I mean, it's just beautiful. Okay, and then we go into, I believe I started with that one, didn't I? That's January. Where's my February? Oh, no. See, it's the same, just this is lighter. And it matches this pocket folder, which I'm going to show you at the end, that I made. Okay, and then we have this pattern. So that ends my 12 months, okay? And then when I get into my other sections here, so we've got your master task list, and then they give you January 2023. So I have that in there just in case I need to plan anything. And then we get into my budget section. So for my extra tabs here, I just did some vellum over top so that it didn't bulk up my planner, and it's still a flower theme, although it's not those same deep colors, but the colors still complement what I'm doing. And these are from SM Plans. I think these were the summer florals, and I printed them on vellum, and they're printables, by the way. So, or were they winter last year? Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I don't remember what season. Maybe they were spring florals. I don't 100% remember. But anyway, so this is my budget section. Spot for notes, brain dump, ideas. And then we have my monthly bill tracker for home. So I have my bills, when they're due, the amount, when they're paid, and then any notes that I need. Okay, and then I also have one for the cottage. Not many bills for the cottage, but just in case, you know, it's our first year owning a cottage, so there's lots of room in case other things come up. And then my monthly spending. I have a sheet for that to track my monthly spending. And then another dashboard. This one I found on Pinterest, and I loved it so much. Either Pinterest or Canva, I can't remember. I did this a long time ago. Printed it on vellum, and again, with my budget inserts, they put it on my CEO tab. So I forgot to put extra pages in between the last insert and the next tabbed divider. So this printed on here, which is another reason why I'm doing the extra, because it's also allows me to know when I flip here that I'm into my next section now, and I won't be writing on this until December of 2022, because then I'll be putting all of this away and having a new system, or probably new dividers for the following year. So on the back, I just put this card. This is from Elamon Paper Co. Nurture and Caffeinate, my true nature. I love it. And I just taped it on there with some washi tape that says, oh, happy day. And yeah, it's pretty. And again, it has those colors that I love, and it just brings everything together. Okay, so these are from Cloth and Paper subscription box. So I put these in my CEO section, mental download. And this is just, it says here, general ideation. Is that how you say that word? Idea organization and visual space. So I like these in my CEO section just for like a mental download, because I have so many ideas in my head at any given time. So this is nice just to have a place to put it. And I love like the ideas in the visual here that I need. So I just have a couple in there just to not take up too much space, because I don't use these all the time. Okay, and then just a notes brain dump that I had done on the grid. I love grid, it's my favorite. So I've got a few of those in here for notes. And then these are the executive style note-taking pages from Cloth and Paper, came in a subscription box, the dot grid. So this I'm going to be using for Mega Agent Mastermind. So the last Friday of every month, we have a mastermind with the mega agents in our office. So these are agents that are in the top 10% in the brokerage. So I love these. We mastermind on market conditions, how we solve problems, all that kind of stuff. So I wanted a designated space to take those notes. And then my tracker for all the listing appointments I'm going to be going on. Okay, and then I put a notes page on the front of these just in case I need that. So we have the address of the house, when the appointment was, when they signed the contract, if I got the listing, and then when they transacted. So this is a good tracker to know how many appointments. Same with buyers. So it's the name of the buyers, appointment date, when they signed their contract, and when they transacted. Okay, spot for notes. And then we go into my activity tracker. So if you follow me, if you've been following me all year, you know I do my plan with me's every week, but also every month. And I track my activities. So how many contacts total for the month, leads, appointments, contract sign-in, firm deals each month. And then I like to, as the year goes on, I have a running total of my totals for each month. Social media tracker. So Facebook, my Instagram for real estate and buy-sell plan, and YouTube, same thing for real estate and buy-sell plan. So I can track how I'm growing there. Okay, so now we're getting into the quarterly overview. These are from Elamon Paper Co. And these I'm using for closings, to track closings. So these are called the quarterly overview inserts. And she will give you unpunched, just at checkout under spot for notes. You ask in there for your half letter inserts to be unpunched. And that's how I have them for my Franklin binder. Okay, so it's quarterly. And then what I do is I put a dot sticker on the day that we have a closing. And then I put the date here and then what address it is. So that's what those are for. If you didn't know, I'm a real estate agent, in case you're wondering what I'm talking about with closings. Team training ideas. Just nice to have a designated spot as ideas come to my mind of what to train the team on. I have a spot to put them. This is SM Plans, the vellum. I love how that layers. This is from Cloth and Paper. And this is good to going into my goals section. It isn't where you came from, it's where you're going that counts, from Ella Fitzgerald. And yes, that is true. So I figured that was a good start to my goals section. And again, the team training ideas that went on the tab divider because I didn't put the extra page in. So it is what it is. So I put this journaling card from Cloth and Paper in here and adhered it with some washi tape. I have a lot of this sized journaling cards. I just said the word journaling cards that just sit in my drawer, and I thought, you know what, how could I incorporate this into my planner? And I thought, well, why not just put them on these dividers, tab dividers? Okay, so this here, this is my goals for the year. Maybe I'll flip it this way so you can see. So I haven't completely done all of my goal planning for 2022. I have been getting asked to do that on film for you guys, to show you how I do that. So I will do that. But this here I do digitally, and then I printed it out to put it in my binder. I also have a bigger one on my corkboard in my office, but I wanted to have one on the go with me. And so basically what this is, it's what my net income goal is for the year, my percentage of my income. So I have 50% coming from listings, 50% from buyers. That's the goal. Average sale price for listings and buyers in my market. Well, and for me personally, based on 2021's sales. And then the average commission, and then taxes, 30%, expenses, what my estimated expenses will be for the year. And then split to team. I'm not on a team, so that's blank. Split to my broker, that's in there. How much I have to pay my brokerage every year. And then there's a franchise split as well. And then my GCI. So this would be my net goal. And then based on all of these percentages and numbers, it tells me what my gross will be before deductions and everything else. So that way I know income wise. And then this breaks it down. So how many listings and buyers I need to sell, how many need to sign a contract in order to sell that many based on my conversions. So for example, for the year 2021, based on my performance, my percentages are in here. So 90% of listings that we take will actually turn into a sale, and 68% will actually buy a house. So not everybody who signs a contract buys a house, and not everyone who signs a listing will sell their house, right? So this is based on our percentages from this year. And then signed, so basically 82% of the appointments that go on for listings sign on with us and hire us, and 93% for buyers. And then therefore, how many appointments do I need to go on in order for this many people to sign on, in order for this many houses to sell? And then how many appointments I need to book based on showing percentages and closing percentages, all that jazz. And then down here is contact to appointment set. So approximately 3% of the people I speak to book an appointment. So therefore, this is how many contacts I need for the year. This is how many conversations about real estate that I need to have in 2022 to accomplish all of these numbers. And then this is just my production goals here, and it just gives all of these totals just right here, nice and easy to read. Hopefully that wasn't too fast for you. If you're not a real estate agent, that probably means nothing to you, but that is kind of how we do our goals. And then I put it in this clear page protector from Franklin Planner because I didn't want it to get ripped or anything. I want it protected for the whole year because I'm going to be looking at it a lot. And then on the back, I put this card. This is also from Elamon Paper Co. And I put this back here. It's a Michelle Obama quote, and I love the pale pink. Inspiration on its own was shallow. You had to back it up with hard work. And let me tell you, when you're in a straight commission job, this couldn't ring more true. And then this here is, I like to do it manually as well as with a program that we use digitally, but I also like to do my goals digitally as well. So I just covered up the money part because that's, you know, probably shouldn't share that with the world. But then based on percentages, like conversion percentages, what the numbers are. And then broke it down based on 10 months, knowing that we want to take 8 weeks off throughout the year, right? So that way it's bulletproof. And then when I do my weekly plan with me's and my monthly recaps and all of that, it's gonna be based on these numbers. Okay. And then these timeline inserts are from Elamon Paper Co. And what my plan is with these is to break down my goals, definitely per quarter, and I'll be writing that in there. So where do I want to be by the end of January, February, March, and so on. And then I'll either put in here what numbers or steps that need to happen in order for that to happen, if that makes any sense. And this will be my goal for the year. So based on what that goal is, that's what's going to go there. So I just have enough for, I mean, it's kind of 4 goals. If I so choose, I may only use one, we'll see. And I may use this for personal goals too, like, pardon me, health and wellness. Like one of them will definitely be for business, but health and wellness, growing my team, whole bunch of things. All right, so this is where I'm going to be putting my GPS. And I will show you a rough, I've been working on my GPS on rough before I commit it to paper. I was reviewing with my team today. And what section? Oh, goals. Hello. Goals, goals, goals. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just going to cover up some financial goals there. Okay. So basically GPS stands for goal, priorities, and strategies. Okay, that's what that says there at the top, GPS. So it's 1 goal for the year, 3 priorities to achieve that goal, and the 5 strategies for each priority. So my first goal is based on the net goal that I have and how much I want to have in my corporation. That isn't accounted for. We want to have a certain amount that is there, and it doesn't have to go to any expenses. It's there as a buffer. So creating a budget, setting my financial goal for savings and spending, check in weekly, monitor my spending, and then I have to come up with a 5th one still. And then priority 2 is 30 deals from my database, everything that I need to do to nurture and grow my database, and then 20 deals from social media and what I need to do from that. Okay, and then this is just a brain dump of what we pay in wages, because that also has to be accounted for in our how much we need to have in our corporation, because that's how we pay our wages. Anyhow, and then what I'm doing is based on, so then I'm choosing one goal that I want to get even more micro on. So I chose the 20 deals from social, and then I'm working on that. So anyhow, that's just a quick glimpse into my GPS, and that's what these are for. So I made specific inserts to have in my planner so that it's pretty and cohesive with everything else. So my 1 goal will go here, my 3 priorities here, and then my 5 strategies for each goal. So I've got 2. So one I'm going to get really micro on, and then this is going to be the overview. And I'll probably do this with you once I have this completed. I'm still working on it with my team as well, because some of these goals affect the team. Okay, and then notes, and then we go into my quarterly goal planning. And this I will be definitely doing with you, as I have been throughout the year. And I've been doing those, and the cloth and paper, I get asked a lot where these are from. They were from our subscription box last December. So the 2021 overview, monthly goal planning, quarterly sections. I love these so much. But they didn't come out with them in time. I don't even know if they will come out with them in December. I keep checking the website, but they're not there. But again, they came in a subscription box, but they came with an A5 planner last year. And so I trimmed these down to fit. That's why they're shorter. And yeah, they're really great. I love breaking down my top 3 goals each month and then getting even more specific. So that's the idea with these. So I just made my own. And that's okay. They're nice and simple. The columns are a lot more narrow. That's okay. I can write small. So that's where my quarterly planning will go. More notes. And then my roles are going to go here. My new roles. So these are the roles that I have for 2022. And I'm going to be writing all my stuff in there. And then another SM Plans dashboard, because it did the other one printed on the tab divider. So I may write on that. I don't know. I wanted a second one just in case I messed up, or you know, maybe halfway through the year as my life changes and my business needs change, that maybe my roles, you know, will get more specific, but we'll see. We'll see how that will go. Next section is social media. So again, another card here, Elamon Paper Co. So I put that here, decorate a little bit. These came in my Jane's Agenda subscription box, and we got enough for the whole year, and they're so gorgeous. So I had to find a way to use them. So what I'm going to be doing is using this for social media. I won't be using this bill part, so I'm not sure if I'll use that for anything. I might just leave it blank, but my top 3 social media goals, and then what will be posted on these days. So we are working on a content calendar right now at the office, and everything's going to be on there, but this is for me to have on the go, so I don't have to refer to the calendar. And then here's the calendar, so I'm going to have it as the month at a glance. I love the spot for a quote for the month, and then on the back is the spot for projects or tasks and what needs to get done. So this might be for the following months, because our goal is to always have our content calendar done a month in advance. So this could just be quick brain dumps or things that come to my mind for the following month that we need to work on, or months ahead. Notes and brain dump. Instagram post ideas for real estate and buy-sell plans. So as ideas come to me of posts that I want to create, I'll put them down here. So I've got 2 pages for that. Actually, no, I got 4 pages. Instagram post ideas, and then we have Instagram reel ideas. Reels are taking over Instagram, you guys, if you didn't know. So I have 4 pages for that. YouTube, again, real estate, buy-sell plan. So lots of space to put ideas for YouTube. And then weekly show. The goal is to have a weekly show throughout the year. Yeah, so this is just ideas that come to me. Okay, and then I just have this in here just, you know, just to have paper for notes. So again, these are the executive style note pages from Cloth and Paper, the grid. And they came in that same subscription box as the goal planning sheets. So they're A5. So I trim them down and punch them. That's why they're not true to size. Okay, and then the next one is my health tab. And I, again, another SM Plans vellum. And another card here. This is from Elamon Paper Co. This was a freebie, Slow Living, and I thought this was perfect and appropriate for my health section, because I'm type A personality. I will go, 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 and I don't realize that I'm doing too much or I've done too much until I'm exhausted, and then I can't function. So this is a good reminder of me to pace myself. This was a freebie from Papery Planning. Oh, and I love it's like a pearl, whitish gray color, and I love the line art. It's so beautiful, and of course it deserves some glitter. And then my wellness inserts are from Jane's Agenda, and isn't this beautiful? This comes with the wellness inserts. The fact that I am a woman does not make me weak. Being a woman is my superpower. Love it. And I believe this comes with the menstruation tracker. So I have a few different inserts, and this is the menstruation one, and the vellum dashboard comes with this one, but I wanted it to layer with this beautiful line art that starts the weekly self-care log. So that is why that is there. Okay, so I have, this is for the whole month of January. So you put the weeks in there, food, activity, and then whatever you want to use this part for. There's a heart there, so it could be for monitoring your heart rate, or your steps for the day, or gratitude, whatever you want. And then a spot down here for healthy habits. So the healthy habits that you want to focus on for the week. So love these. So I've got enough for the whole month. And then the biohacking trackers and the menstruation trackers. Notes brain dump, gratitude. I have 12 of these for the whole year. It's just a line a day, something I'm grateful for. That's what those are for. And then naturopath appointment notes. So I see my naturopath, depending, sometimes I can go 6 months between appointments. Sometimes it's 4 to 6 weeks, just based on what's going on with my health. And then I just like to take notes of those appointments so I can reflect back. And then this I got, I think, off of Canva. And this is not vellum. I just printed it on normal paper. And that's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be at the start of the notes. Oh, maybe that's an extra page then, because I already have. Okay, just talking to myself. So yearly fold out, this is from Franklin Planner. And what I've been using it for this year, which I'm behind, I need to get caught up, but I've been using it to track, so Apple Watch, if you use the Apple Watch, in terms of exercise and activity, there's, they call it like closing your ring. So your activity ring, like your movement ring, which is based on calories, your movement ring based on how many minutes a day your goal is for exercise, and then standing. So that's getting up every hour and standing and walking around for a couple minutes. It's to encourage you to get off your butt. So that's what this is. And so the check marks are the days I closed all 3 rings. So I can look back and go, wow, look, August was a very active month and July was not. So the pink is where I closed my rings, right? I started the check marks in August because I just couldn't keep up with always having a highlighter with me. But anyways, so that's what I use that for. And then this side was like, how many times did I only close the exercise ring or just the move ring? But I only did that until July and then I stopped. So I'm not sure what I'll use that side for this year, this coming year. If you guys have any ideas, please let me know. I don't like that it goes vertically. I love this side where your year goes this way. That just makes more sense for my brain, but so I'll definitely be using this side. And I may use it for the rings. I may just use it for steps. That I'm not sure yet, but it will be something wellness related. Okay, and then this, I printed an A5 accidentally. So it's not the full size, but that's okay. And this is not SM Plans. I believe I got that off Canva. Notes section. I don't think that's cloth and paper. That might be Element Paper Co. I'm not 100% sure. These I got in the December themed subscription box from Jane's Agenda, but you know what? I wanted to put them in my 2022 setup. So I love the cover. You owe it to yourself to do the things that make you happy. And then it is books to read, movies and shows to watch. These are a few of my favorite things. This is kind of like a wish list. I think it's meant to be because of this December themed box, right? A few of my favorite things is kind of like a Christmas song quote, but that's okay. I'm going to use that for 2022 for my wish list. And this is where I'm going to track TV shows and movies that I do watch. So I'll be tracking ones to watch as I see them or hear about them. Like if it's a friend or a colleague tells me about a good show or movie or whatever. Oh, I like how it says movies and TV shows to watch. It has author. I didn't notice that before. So it's the same as the, yeah, movies and TV shows to watch, movie and show, where to stream. And then this side should be where to stream. I'll change that later. But anyways, so this is to watch and this is ones that I have watched. So I have lots of room. And then I do like to rate them like on a scale of 1 to 10 because I do rewatch shows. Just like I'll reread a book that was really good. And then a spot for gift ideas. So I'll put the names up here, like probably my husband, my kids, maybe my in-laws. I did a couple of these sheets. So in case I want one for friends, family, things like that. So just, you know, throughout the year, just gift ideas. So when a birthday comes up or just because, or Mother's Day or Father's Day or whatever, I've got a spot for gift ideas. Notes for podcasts, got tons of these. I just put one in for now. So when I'm listening to a podcast, this is more like if I'm sitting and listening to a podcast. I often listen to them when I exercise. But yeah, so if I'm able to get to my planner right away after listening to it, I can jot key things down. Or if I'm sitting and listening and I actually want to take notes while I'm listening, I've got a spot for that. And then we've got notes, professional development notes. So any professional development that I do, I've got a spot for that. Okay, and then again, notes, and then my monthly to-dos for the year. So we've got the 12 months of the year up here, and these are the things that should get done every single month, and then I can check them off. Notes brain dump, and then meeting notes. I've got tons of these so that when I have a meeting with my team, I've got a place to put those notes. And then some Cornell style note-taking sheet here from Cloth and Paper. I got tons of these, so just put one in for now. And then I got the winter florals from SM Plans that I printed out for note paper, and it's on the grid, if you can see that, the grid paper, and I just love them. Look how beautiful they are. I don't know what happened with that printing. It's supposed to be the whole thing, but whatever, not gonna waste it. But yeah, so, and I like the colors. They, you know, they go well with the binder. All right, another SM Plans divider I printed on vellum, Cloth and Paper card. This is my recap section. Okay, so journaling, I thought I'd put these in here. I might put these under notes instead, journaling prompts. So these came in a subscription box. Again, that same one from last December, they're A5. So I trim them down, but I like the idea of this, and they give you ideas on what you can use them for. And sometimes, you know, you're just feeling restless, or you've got a lot of things on your mind, or you dealt with a crummy situation. It's nice to have a spot to just dump it. So I could only think of recap because it's kind of recapping a situation, but I might move those. And I have enough for, I think they give you enough for like a couple of months, but I just have a couple sheets in there. Like if you were to do them every day, there's enough for a couple months. Okay, and then I've got these for my weekly meetings with my team. So we do what's called a 411. So basically what it is, it's your one goal for the year, one goal for the month. So it breaks it down for the month, and then 4 weeks of the year. That's what the 411 stands for. And so every week I chat with my salespeople about their goal, how they're doing each week, and holding them accountable to those goals, right? So this is where their numbers are going to go: contacts, leads, appointments, contracts, and firm deals each week. So we'll put their numbers in there, and then what worked, didn't work. So just a spot for notes, so that each week when we do that meeting, we can reflect back on what they committed to the previous week. So that way, you know, we can talk about like how I can support them, or what if something did get in their way, that's my opportunity to coach them and give them that mentorship to help them be more efficient with their business. So I've got a ton of these, and I did put slits in them so that, because these I will be taking in and out of my binder a lot. And these stickers are from Happy Planner, and I just put a January sticker up there, and then this little asterisk is also from Happy Planner, and just so I can put the name of the agent. So one will be for me, one will be for Preet, one will be for Tyler, for each month. Okay, and then resilience check-in. This is for me. Challenges I faced, how I dealt with it, how can I do better, what I learned. Because we are all faced with challenges in our jobs, and I think it's important to get it out of your mind and dump it, and then reflect on it. Like, how did I deal with it? How can I do better, right? Because some situations you can be really proud of yourself and give yourself a pat on the back that you handled it really well, and there's others not so much. So I think that's important to have that. And I love that Agendio had that as an option. I was like, yes, I am doing that. So I've got enough for every month of the year. And then I thought a monthly wellness check-in would be good. So I'm doing a liver detox. So doing it like a monthly review on how I'm doing with that, sleep habits, sugar intake, strength training, yoga, meditation, and my relationships, and then a spot for notes. So I've got enough for every month of the year for that. And then some note paper, again from SM Plans, the winter florals, and this is SM Plans as well. And again, printed on the tab. It's okay, I'll wait until December to fill that side out. Okay, and so next, this is a simple one. This is just contacts. And the contacts that are gonna go here is ones that I'm not gonna be committing to my phone right away, or like these are more for affiliates and like business affiliates that we refer to clients. So oftentimes I'll vet them first before I actually put them in my actual referral list. Okay, and this I found on Canva. So that went in there to separate for the next section. And this, again, I didn't put the extra note page in, so we've got a contact on the projects tab. But that's okay, because I will want those in there all year. And then my last section is my projects. And this is going to be for all projects, not related to just business or just personal. It's everything. So these note pages are from Franklin Planner. And I got this idea from a planner babe on Instagram, Mom Small Victories, I think. And it's based on the Getting Things Done system. which I've never read, but I loved this, having a master task list. I thought this was pretty brilliant. And I just did these sections that relate to me. And so when I have an idea of a project I want to take on, I just put it here. And then indicate if it's home or business or self-care related. And then once it's been assigned, like once I've started it, I'll put a dot and check it off once it's completed. And then what I do is once I am starting on a certain project, see how they're numbered on the side? So the number will go up here. So this is number 3. So this is related to creating a budget, a renovation budget for the cottage. So that was that. I'm checking things off as we go. I'm not completely done that because we're not done with the renovations. And then the number 1, implementing the brand strategy course, and so on. So I have these goal planning pages from Franklin Planner. I have a ton of these. I made sure that I stocked up on everything that I needed for 2022 so that I can just continue on. And then this was just, these are Cornell style note-taking sheets from Cloth and Paper, and I just did like a bedroom makeover. Just did a little brain dump of what we want to do in our bedroom. I've had that goal for like a year, but then we bought a cottage, so that got put on the back burner. And then we need to renovate our main bathroom. Yeah, and more note-taking pages from SM Plans. And then I put this in the back. So this is from Franklin Planner business card holder. And I have some journaling cards in here, all from Cloth and Paper. And that's a picture of my husband and I that I like to have in there. And then I like that when I'm at the back, I still have something pretty to look at. I may change these out. They're black. Like this one says de jour. It's very subtle. It's gorgeous, but doesn't really suit this binder. So I may change that out. And then this here, I have a video coming up on how I made this pocket folder. So stay tuned for that. And this is for stickers. And these are the main stickers I plan on using throughout the year. Just functional from Paper Panda and Papery Planning. I love these so much. They're matte, transparent. Oh, they're so, so gorgeous. Oh, my tape came undone on the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna have to retape that. But the reason why I did this is because I just didn't want my stickers to be willy-nilly in the back. I wanted them protected. And I wanted something pretty to look at. So these are in here, all the paper dust. And then I put this in here, and that way when my binder is closed, it peeks over the side. And I love that. I love how everything is cohesive. So that's why I did that. And this pen is from Cloth and Paper. And I don't remember what it's called, but I do like on the clip, it says less is more. That's a good reminder for me. I need that reminder. It's a 0.5 gel pen, and it's not very dark, which I like. I don't like, it's called Smoky, but I like the pink barrel because, again, it goes with my whole scheme, my whole color scheme. So I hope you enjoyed that. So these are the tabs. So through building my Agendio planner and really doing like a brain dump of what's working for me and what isn't working for me, I came up with the tabs that I really need for my system. So for one thing I did notice throughout 2021 is not being able to find notes and not remembering what section certain notes were in. Was like, is that my CEO section? Is that my team section? My coaching section, so on and so forth, my brain dumping, my projects. So just having a spot for everything. So for example, notes will be meeting notes, webinar notes, podcast notes. So no longer separating, well, if the podcast was related to business, it should go in the business tab. And, you know, I just wasn't consistent with that throughout the year. So knowing that that's where my habit trackers are going to be, that's where my TV, tracking TVs and movies and meeting notes and things like that. Obviously health, nothing changed there. That's still the same. My social media is the same as well. Goals are pretty much the same. My CEO changed. I added in budget, and projects was a subsection that I had, but now I just have it has its own. And then one for recap. So all the recaps. So no more, where did I put my meeting notes from, you know, my weekly 411 or my coaching, you know, calls that I have with my coach. So I just have one spot for everything. So that's how these tabs came to be, in case you were wondering on how I came up with my, how many tabs? 8 tabs now. I went from 6 to 8. 9 if you include a schedule tab, but I didn't make one that says schedule. I mean, I know that that's how my planner starts, is with a schedule. And something else that's different as well is I have the month and then the weekly and daily for the month right after. So I'm looking forward to that, because now I have all my months together, right? All my months together. And then I go to another section for the dailies and another section for the weeklies. So it is a lot of flipping back and forth, which, I mean, I was fine with. It worked very well. But this is going to be even more functional, because I anticipate the way that our team is growing, I'm going to be very, very busy. So I need this as streamlined as possible. So yeah, stay tuned to see how this all works out. So I hope that was enjoyable for you and valuable. If you have any questions, absolutely let me know. You know I'm an open book, and I am happy to share with you and answer your questions. And stay tuned for a video on how I will be doing some goal setting, my quarterly goal setting. Need to set up my quarter 1 goals and my GPS, setting up my roles, all of that. So stay tuned for that. So that is it. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed that. And depending on when I post this video, December 31st, my promo code for Franklin Planner is expiring, Buy Sell Plan 21, for you to get 15% off any Franklin Planner items. Okay. And as far as Agendio, there is no code. They don't do codes for that. But I can include, where did that page go? I can include the model number if you're interested in my my setup. You're welcome to put those in on the Agendio website, but just make sure you add the extra pages in so that your stuff doesn't print on your tabs. So that's it. Thanks again for watching. I'm gonna stop rambling now. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.